Welcome all to IGY6 Games, the gamer channel that brings you a variety of entertainment and content. Bo here and here. Before we kick things off, we'd appreciate the love by y'all sharing and hitting those icons that need to click. And with that said, check out our social meds where we post daily and keep in touch with our followers. Now let go. Before we get into today's video topic, I want to give a shout out for Money for providing the gameplay in his run through survival. It's a nice long run full of everything, but we have to get down on what the hell TD2 devs are thinking. And this decision that's in question from TD2 is not providing us the survival game mode. What a shame. Alright, let me just clarify. It has not been confirmed that there's no survival. They just mentioned how they have no plans in the future to put in survival in the Division 2. So, where does that leave us? I don't know. A lot of people, a lot of my friends on PlayStation, and I can comfortably assume a lot of people were looking towards a survival mode in the Division 2, and the fact that we're not going to get it is kind of a bummer. And it's really a bummer, especially with their first big mistake in the Division 2 with people are going to say not enough in-game content, but there's plenty of in-game content. But the big number one mistake was not having matchmaking for the raid. That's cool and all. They added discovery mode, you know, not shortly after, but a month or two afterwards, probably 2 months. But I mean, no matchmaking. I'm sorry to go back with the raid, but this is kind of a rant. So the raid, we don't get matchmaking. And now we're not getting a survival mode, at least not in the plans. I'm kind of at a loss of where we're going to have our in-game content and keep us in the game and keep us interested and keep us coming back. Right now, for myself, I am not trying to make a meta build. I'm just trying to make anything different than what people are just going to follow and go into DZ and put that build, that meta build, and just go run in there. Or, I mean, let's be honest, the heroic game modes on the missions, on the invaded missions, not enough for the PvE players. Where's the hunters? We only get to spawn the hunters one time on each individual's map, one time if you kill them. So the hunters are missing, no survival. It is damn hard to get 8 people together to get a raid going, except for those dedicated clans that do that, and props to them. But as for us who struggle to get 8 players together, I mean, damn, I just don't understand how they went about that. And they wanted to make it a community building kind of thing with going to social media sites. You have your Discords, and then I believe they have one themselves. And then FTW, I believe, is one site too to gather people. But I imagine a lot of us don't get on the game to add an additional step of us searching out the LFGs of the Division, right? But back to survival not being included. People's fondest memories is not Resistance. DZ, yes, I had grand old times in DZ. All kind of shit. I love the div tech runs, and they kind of done that recently with the Thieves Den. It makes it nice have a little necessary run to go into the DZ and get those named items. But hell, once those are gone, unless it's a better role on an attribute, that will kind of go away here within another week or two. And so DZ will kind of come to an end again. Another dead 3 wasted areas in the map. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people still enjoy the DZ to this day. But it's nothing like TD1, let's be honest. They're too small. 12 people are limited to each DZ region. That kind of blows. And excuse my language on that. I'm trying to keep it a little more PC. And yeah, survival is just great with having your friends join along, and it's never the same. It's always different. You try to make out a route. You have a planned attack. If somebody beats you to resources, you're kind of screwed, and you're forced to go impromptu. That sounds weird saying it like that. Impromptu. And you're forced to go on a different route that you're not comfortable with. It makes it a totally different experience. So you have the LZ, right? In TD1, when you're running survival, you start off with a pistol and no gear. You have to work your way up. I know I'm explaining a goddamn battle royale to y'all. Excuse the language. But the Division's battle royale was something different. It's not, I can't tell y'all, you know, the goofy ones, the cartoon ones. What's that damn big one? Fortnite. It's not Fortnite. This one took more time. It was really cool running it as a squad, and for some people, they love to do it solo. Take money here in the background. This dude, to this day, finds himself going back to the Division 1 strictly to play the survival. And he still finds himself in servers with 14 plus players still in it at the beginning of it. You know, people still die off early. So I don't know how the hell you're still playing TD1 and dying at the beginning of a survival, but that's beside the point. You start off with a plan of attack, and you just have this anxiety kind of at the beginning. Is this a run that we make it all the way? Especially at the beginning when this came out. Oh my god, survival was so effing good. And then you had the comms to go with it. That made it even more challenging. And then there was the point where, hell, let's go in there, take out all the hunters. There was a nice little period, and all my TD1 players will know this. There was a nice period where we were gathering as a server and try to draw as many hunters at the park as possible. There would be times when you would see 20 hunters at the park in the middle of the extraction zone 2. That was a hell of a time. Forcing to play your game style differently every time. There's no monotonity. I hope that's a word. It sounded good. Puppy, please. Sorry, that was the cat. Yeah, so the rant still goes. How you not put in survival? If they think the raid is going to carry us through with in-game content, I don't know what else they have in the plans. But I really am disappointed that they're not going to fit in. I mean, this whole time this game's been out, we've been speculating on what's going to be. How is survival going to be in DC? Is it a hurricane? Is it a typhoon? Is it a monsoon? I think those are kind of the same. What's going to be the condition? Where are we going to start? What's going to be the ultimate goal? And it's sad that that's more than likely, more and more as we get into this game's lifespan, we're not going to get it. I mean, damn, you reached the DZ in survival in TD1. Now it's another whole new game. You got to race for the div techs. We gotta craft higher gear to survive 100 if we get a shot off on us. We have to get enough firepower to take one out, especially if you're solo and you don't have a turret to take his aggro. It's now I'm kind of just drawing a little extra time, but please, now I'm speaking with the developers, and y'all probably won't see this, and that's cool. But please, as the Division fans, I can honestly say, not honestly, I can presume that a majority of our player base was looking forward to survival, and it would be disappointing not to get that. And that's all I have to say. Finish watching Money's run. The dude crushes it. He does what he always does. He takes the survival into the early morn hours, as you could say. Get the sunlight, and he takes out all the hunters he can spawn. It's a good run. I'm done ranting. I hope you enjoyed this, and keep watching for our next videos. Thanks. And as we close out, hope you got what you came for. Share with your mates. Click those buttons that need the clicking. Want to catch us in action? Check out the squad as we stream. Schedule down below in the description. Swing on by and say hello. And as always, I say peace.